found that there's a massive gap in the market where professionals are struggling with documents. They are all drowning. I think it's quite common to see professionals always complaining, not having enough time. They're always busy, and most of the time they're struggling to get through the amount of work, the emails, the documents, the agreements, whatever it is they're busy with. And there aren't any real solutions out there. And that's where DocInsights come. We've actually set ourselves as a purpose to solve the problem of documents and understanding documents and getting insight out of documents. And that's where DocInsights was born. It's that mission to solve the problem of effectively and efficiently working with documents and understanding documents and getting insight from documents. And on top of these layers now, we have created tools for lawyers, for forensic experts, for investigative journalists to really understand their documents, to get the insights from the documents, to understand who the entities are in these documents, how they relate them. So from that point, your professionals are more empowered. They spend a lot less time trying to figure things out and a lot more time with what they're really good at, and that's their professional job. It might seem like there is systems like this in place, and there's all your e-discovery tools, and there's the tools that come with Office 365. But where customers really struggle is, and none of these tools really provide anything similar, is they're struggling to find information that's relevant. And that's where we're different. We've got a semantic search engine that not only look at finding keywords for you, but actually finding results, finding documents, finding phrases that is relevant and that has a similar meaning to what you're looking for. So that's definitely one way we differentiate ourselves. The second differentiation for us is that we work with any type of document. We can work with voice recordings, we can work with emails, with spreadsheets, with contracts. All of them, we treat them as documents, and fundamentally we try to understand those, and then we start working them through our intelligence layers. And by the time you work with a document, you don't even have to understand what type of document it is, because you're looking for meaning, for understanding, for keywords, for phrases, for semantic search. And at that point, we've differentiated ourselves from the rest. We are very focused, like in Office, on Office documents, or on Adobe works with PDFs, or whatever e-discovery system you work with, who exclusively works with cases, or and that's, I think, where we're quite different, is we don't discriminate against any type of document, and we make it very easy to find things that's relevant. So we follow a three-step process. So once we've established that, yes, there's a need, there is a requirement for our product, the first step is to do a proper analysis, to understand where the data is, what are the requirements, the business requirements, and we do this with the client, and we set up all the documents. We like to work in an agile kind of way. We follow the agile methodologies, and that's step one, is to really understand the business problem and make sure that we can add value and create that kind of value. The second step is then to pick the 2 or 3 very important pieces of technology and test them, and to test our hypothesis, to say, can we do what we say we can do, and do that in a very short and a very inexpensive kind of way, only focused on those 2 or 3 pieces of technology where there might be question marks. It's a new technology and the world still doesn't quite understand how it works, so we really have to make sure that our clients are comfortable that, yes, we can do what we say we do, and do it on their data, their environment, within their business requirements. And then the third step is the natural progression of all of this, is to say, well, AI means very little unless it is actually in production. And that's the stage, or the step, where we take it into production, where we integrate into the existing systems at whoever the client is, and we make sure there's actual business value in step 3. So we use the Google Cloud, and all our system is built on Google Cloud. And Google has a great reputation for security and privacy, and their reputation is on the line. So I think they spend in excess of about $1 billion a year on security and privacy and making sure that these systems are insanely secure. It's as secure as you'll get anywhere in the world. All the tools are there to make your system very secure. Then secondly, it's all the tools are there, but it's all about how you use them. And on our side, we take a lot of pride in making sure our systems are secure. We use only authenticated and authorized. We only give authenticated and authorized access to the systems. We ring fence them with firewalls. We make sure that only the people who need access gets access to the systems. And we are compliant with POPI and GDPR. And whenever there's a need or any questions, we get the experts from Google involved. We can have a nice long discussion and really understand to what lengths we go to make it to ensure that it's secure. Number one is obviously security, and that's our reputation is on the line. So we obviously take it very seriously. The system is designed to be robust, to be intuitive to use, to be easy to use, and we support integrations with some of the most popular public clouds. So we've got adapters for OneDrive with Office 365, for Dropbox, and for Google Cloud. So it's as simple as creating a workspace on your side and adding your documents to that workspace, and you've got full access to the full suite of DocInsights tools. So where we come in and support is for your more legacy systems where there is some transformations that needs to happen or some integrations into existing systems. But once we've established those integrations, things generally run smoothly until there's a new requirement or there's a new system or whatever. So most of the time we like the fact that our customers can help themselves. They can create their workspaces and they can work and use the system with minimal input from outside. But when everyone else runs away when the data gets unstructured and gets messy, we love it, and we just bring the data to us because we love that as a problem. It's a difficult problem, and we can't say 100% for sure we've solved the problem, but that's the fun, is we're doing really well towards solving the problem, and we have done really well. And like you said, that's one of the ways we differentiate ourselves from your more typical RPAs and stuff, is we're not dependent on the actual layout of a document to extract entities from that document. Our system is robust enough to be able to handle variation in documents. We understand the layouts are different. If there's 1,000 invoices, there's 1,000 different ways that an invoice can be generated or what the layout might look like. Same for purchase orders, the same for almost any form. So we try to stay away from using absolute location of information to get the right information, and rather focus on really understanding the layout and really understanding the document and getting the information from it. So we've got some, we get really good results on a variety of documents out of the box. Then your second part of the question with regards to transcriptions, and I think it's the same for OCRing. With a good, clear recording, we get really good results in the region of 95% plus accuracy. As your recording, the quality of recording is lower, then we sometimes do miss a word, or there's minor issues with the transcriptions. And it's the same for documents. If it's a scanned document and it's a good solid scan, we will 99% of the time get the information from that scanned document accurately. If it's a poor quality and there's text missing or smudges on it, yes, then we put a lot of effort into cleaning it up to take our best guess at what it might be underneath. But some minor errors might creep in. We have ways of correcting those against a known database of things that we know it could be, but there's always a chance of that, an errors sneaking through. So semantic search is based on the idea that a word derives meaning from the words before it and the words after it. And the English language is full of ambiguity, and so most languages are. So when you look for something, you really need to take the context into consideration. And once you've got the context in consideration, then it makes it a lot easier to find things that's relevant and find things that have similar meaning to what your input or what you're looking for. And how that works in the background is we use very big language models, and language models, not only the commercial ones, but the ones that we've very specifically trained in the South African context, in the African context, to create a vector representation of your input and what you're looking for. And we do the same with all your documents. Every sentence, every phrase, every paragraph, we create a vector representation, and you can think of it as just a mathematical representation of the actual text. And then what we do is we actually scan through your entire database of these vectors, and we just mathematically look for the ones that is the closest, and those are generally the ones that has a similar meaning to what you're looking for. And that's how we can really find things that doesn't come up in the same, with the same keywords, but that comes up because they have the same meaning and similar meaning. And I must say, it's always awesome. It's always great to see our clients go, "That's unbelievable." So that's like our like something that's very special is just to see how well the semantic search engine works. To be price sensitive, we have broken up our price into two parts. So the one part is purely a license or a subscription fee per user. And the second part is an actually pay for what you use. So if you use 20 workspaces with 2,000 pages in every workspace, you will spend a bit more than the guy who's got a small workspace with a few hundred pages. So it's very much based on trying to create real value and only pay for what you use.